So this week it's time for one of my regular and sadly I think necessary trips down the Amazon. Keep watching. Yeah, hello, welcome back. It's GotAUkulele. It's review day as ever. This is the summary video review to the full written review. You always find linked in the video description down there. Also some links down there where you can help keep this site going by throwing me a tip, buy me a coffee, Patreon. It's what these people have done. My eternal thanks go to those people. Without them I wouldn't be doing this as regularly as I do. And you can also help out, as I say every week. This one's really important. If you subscribe to the channel, it gets these videos seen by more people, help more people out. That would be much appreciated as well. Okay, as I said in the introduction, Amazon instruments. Well, at the start of this year, I said I wanted to feature more value instruments, not solely value instruments, but cheaper instruments, and get the balance back for people who don't have as much money to spend. But since I've been doing these reviews, I always regularly dip my toe into the waters of Amazon-only instruments. Now, I don't recommend you buy an instrument from Amazon. They're drop-shipped. They tend to not be set up. The quality is variable. Yeah, cheap. But still, you know, you'd end up spending more to get them set right. Go to a ukulele store. So why do I do them? Well, it's because those instruments on Amazon get hundreds and hundreds of 5-star reviews saying great, great, great. And I think I'd like to offer a little bit of balance with something completely impartial. I'm not paid to write these reviews for Amazon like some people are. So this is one of those. The brand is called Lekato, and they're all over Amazon UK and USA with a range of musical instruments and accessories, drums, amplifiers, effects pedals, timpanis, all sorts of stuff, and ukuleles. And this is the Lekato Concert. Very simple looking instrument, little simple value instrument. This is laminate instrument, all laminate, laminate mahogany they say. Well, they don't say laminate, I'll come on to why, but mahogany they say. I suspect it's probably Kaya, which is African mahogany. It's not actually a mahogany. But in their product description they commit that cardinal sin. They say it is solid veneer. Solid veneer? They're saying it's all just strips of mahogany. Well, maybe it is, but that's still laminate. This is a laminate instrument. It's not solid at all. Don't use the word solid if you don't mean it. I really hate that. And it's very basic. I suppose it's stained a bit nicer and darker than that Todo instrument I looked at last week. Some grain, but there's not a lot going on. There never is with mahogany, but at least the stain is a little bit better. But it's very, very simple looking. Looks like 2 pieces on the top, back and sides. Yes, indeed. And there we are. Very, very simple looking instrument. Not much more to say about it. The bridge wood is not specified. That's a slot style bridge. It's going to be it is wood. It's going to be some sort of hardwood that's been stained. It's almost polished, shiny with it, which I don't really care for, but it is very tidy. It is tidy indeed. And the saddle is not specified. That's got a straight top. Touching it and feeling it, I'm pretty sure that is plastic. So there we are, simple plastic straight top saddle. The finish is an open pore satin, which actually, you know, some of these open pore satins can feel really sort of factory and artificial. This doesn't. This feels kind of, you can feel the grain in it. What I don't like is the sharpness of these edges are like, almost feel like they're going to cut you. They're so sharp. There's absolutely no chamfering on those. And then the cardinal problem for me, laser etching. I don't like it. It cheapens an instrument, and this is a bad example of it. You know, you can see all the sort of grooves and marks in the bases of the etch. No, not a fan of that. Inside, not much to say. Notch linings, regular braces, pretty tidy to be fair. Yeah, so generally good build. Very, very clean, even finish, which feels nice on the hands, but sharp edges here, and I hate that decoration. The neck, not specified. I suspect it could be mahogany again or something else, something cheap. Joints in the usual places at the heel and the headstock. And whilst this is kind of you can feel the grain of the open pore on here, this is a much more smooth, polished affair, which it's not gloss, it's not grippy, so it still moves quickly, but it feels odd. I don't like the mismatch between the feel of that and the feel of that. But there we are. That's a minor gripe, I suppose. Very, very Far Eastern neck. like a broom handle on the back profile, far too round for me, particularly because it's got 34mm at the nut, 27 from G to A. Far too skinny for me. Very subjective point. People have different opinions on those. I don't like nuts like that. The fingerboard wood, not specified. There's a lot that's not specified on this one, but it's in horrible condition. It's dry in places. It's got marks and little chips and gouges in it. It really needs a scrub with some wire wool. Not very nice at all. No, I don't like the fingerboard. 18 frets with 14 to the body. I've never seen a fret put right so close to the end of the fretboard there. Really, really odd. Don't suppose it's doing any harm. There we are. It's edge bound, so you don't see the edges of the frets, but some of these are sharp. Some of these are sharp, particularly here. So the frets need work. Okay. Really basic position dots, small pearly dots face out at 5, 7, 10, 12, and they're repeated down the side with an extra one at the 15th. That's nice. Strangely, whilst I think that saddle is plastic, the nut, I'm sure, is bone, and they're actually very slightly different colours as well, so they're clearly different materials. So you've got a bone nut, as I say, very skinny one. The headstock, I like the asymmetric shape to that. It's different. That Lekato logo is really basic, more laser etching, but look, I mean, it's just a bog standard font, isn't it? It's not even a logo. Okay. Another one. Ignore the little covers on these, they peel off. Guitar style tuners, one of them's not fitted straight. Too heavy for an instrument like this. Cheap. These are all different tensions. One of them's really grindy. They're not good quality, those, at all. No, I don't like those. We'll see how that affects the balance. The strings are not specified, but they've got like this pinkish hue to them, and they feel and look to me like D'Addario titaniums, which is quite a surprise when I come on to the price. So let's say they're titaniums. They might not be, but I think they probably are. So they're all right as a good string. And you get a couple of strap buttons, which you've probably seen as I've been looking around the instrument. A cheap, thin, branded gig bag. And you also, in the listing, are supposed to get spare strings, a strap, a tuner, that sort of stuff, extras. They weren't in my box. The joys of shipping from Amazon. No, I just got the uke and the bag, but I bought it for a review for not a lot of money, so I wasn't going to exchange it. I was supposed to get those things, but I didn't get them. There we are. And the price, well, Amazon pricing on stuff like this is always dynamic. It could be a different price tomorrow from when you're watching this video. When I got it, it was £53. 53 quid is not a lot of money. It really isn't a lot of money, but there's a lot of instruments on Amazon and beyond for not a lot of money. So my job is to work out how this sits. It's a mixed bag. Generally good build. This is well put together. I like the feel of the finish here. Don't like the mismatch of the feel of the finish on the neck. Hate this sharp feeling around the top of the body. Bridge is tidy. Don't like laser etching. Really, really scruffy fingerboard. Sharp fret ends. Heavy guitar style tuners. 510 grams. I've played lighter concerts, and there is a slight balance mismatch. That'll be those tuners down towards the headstock. It's not huge, but it's dipping a bit, and that annoys me. Just don't put those tuners on. But there, it feels, I don't like the feel here. That's sharp. That's positively uncomfortable. Okay, little laminate instruments. Not a lot of money, is it? Laminate instruments, I sometimes say, can sound boxy, echoey. We'll see how this one gets on. Not all of them do. And I'll do the basics first when we're up into tune. And these strings are really going out quite a lot. I would have thought if they are titaniums, they should have settled. I can hear a buzz. Now that's odd, because the action on this is too high. The saddle needs taking down. It's pushing up to 3mm at the 12th. It's a bit high at the nut as well. So it's not that the action's too low that's causing a sort of fizz buzz I can sense, particularly on that second string. No, it's there as well. You hear that? I think there's a fret dressing issue. I think one of the frets is too high because the strings are way off the fingerboard, so it can't be being too low. Anyway, I'm rambling. Basics. Volume. quite startlingly good, actually. That's really loud. But that is strident. That is bright, grating, too much. Weirdly, even though I think the setup needs work, it's intonating okay. Just keeping this tuning bang in for you. To be fair, it's just very jangly. Jeez. Yeah, no, no, too bright, too bright. Mahogany, come on. Can't remember. Fizzy buzz. The strings are going out. No. Look, it is generally well put together. The finish down here is very nice. The nut width is a subjective one, not for me. It works as an instrument. I can take those strings down really easily, but I'm really concerned about that little sort of fizzy buzz that's going on. So the frets may need dressing. This is what happens. You see, this has not gone through a dealer. You could go and get one of these tomorrow and it'd be absolutely fine. This one didn't, and that's your roulette game. That's what happens when you go through Amazon, I keep saying. However, even if you've got it set up, it's far too grating on my ear. That is very, very bright and shrill, strident. No, so it's not for me, but it works as an instrument. Beginner, maybe, if you can put cotton wool buds in your ears and block out the sound. Right, there we are. Okay, the Lekato concert ukulele from Amazon. Not the worst I've seen at all, but you can do better than this. Far better, easily, for probably a little less money as well. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I think I was fairly alright on that one, wasn't totally terrible. I am now away for 2 weeks with work, my day job. I won't be around for the next couple of weekends, so I'm back with you in 3 weeks time. And they got loads more coming up throughout the rest of the year. Thanks very much for your ongoing support and for watching these. It's really, your comments are really appreciated. I love going through them when I put a video up. I'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves in the meantime. Bye.